Hey everyone, Michael with Quiet Lawn here. The topic of this video is how to pick the right type of customers. It's the busy time of year for all of us. It's the spring, early summer, and this is when you're going to pick up probably 75% plus of your customers for the year. And if you're doing the right type of marketing to the right type of customers, if you're pricing your work not to be the low price guy, but to be the quality, the dependable guy that's marketing on selling quality and not selling on price, you're probably going to filter out most of the wrong type of customers anyways, but a few are still going to slip through the cracks during that screening process. So I wanted to talk about a couple of different types of customers you will run into that are the wrong type of customer for your business. And this is probably makes up 1% of the population just has this type of personality, and they typically go through multiple lawn care companies, either one or more a year. And you want to look out for them. Usually you can figure them out within a couple of sentences during the screening process, but sometimes they slip through. The first type we've talked about in other videos is tire kickers. These are people that are buying solely based on price. That is their number one determining factor when they're looking to buy something. They're always looking for a deal. And the problem with these type of people, while all of us are somewhat sensitive to price, it's not always our number one priority. We might prioritize quality, or some other thing, or convenience, or something else over strictly price. The problem with these people that their only priority is price is that they're looking for a win-lose situation. They are looking to beat up whoever they are dealing with. They are looking to beat them into the ground and take advantage of them and get as much as they can. They're not looking for a win-win situation where they are getting a good service in exchange for you're getting a price that you can run a profitable business. And that's the problem with these people, is that they're always looking out for number one. They're not looking out for your best interest as well. So it's really hard to have a long-lasting relationship with that type of person. People who buy on price, leave on price. So these people, like I said, it's hard to deal with them long-term because they have no loyalty. They come with you because you have the cheapest price, and if somebody else can do it for 1 cent less, they'll leave you in a heartbeat. They have no loyalty. So if they buy on price, they're going to leave you on price. The ironic thing about this type of customer is that they want to pay the least, they want to beat you up on your prices, but they expect the most for that small price. So if you tell them $50, they're going to say, can you do it for 40? And then when you go do the service, they're going to try to get you to do more and more and more each time you come there. And they have the highest expectations. And usually the ugliest lawns, ironically, too. But that's one type. We all know about tire kickers. The other type you really want to avoid, and the type that I've been really communicating with my guys to look out for, is the micromanager. So this is somebody that is looking to hire an employee. This is not somebody that's looking to hire a professional company like we all are, that is coming, that we know what we're doing. We're coming to take those tasks off of their shoulders so that they can focus on other priorities in their life. And that's what you're looking for, somebody who's hiring a professional. They trust you to do what you do, to do your lawn care, whatever service you offer. And they don't want to have to fool with it. That's why they're hiring you. This type of person, this micromanager, is looking to hire an employee, and they're going to tell you how to do everything. You're going to show up the first time to that property, and a lot of times before you even show up, they say that, hey, when somebody comes by, I want to meet with them, I want to show them my lawn, or I want to tell them about my lawn, or show them what needs to be done, like you don't know how to do what you do professionally. This person is going to tell you how to mow. They're going to try to tell you when you need to show up. They're going to tell you how high to cut the grass. They're going to tell you all this other stuff instead of letting you as a professional do what they paid you to do. The problem with this is these people are not looking for a relationship of mutual respect where you've got the customer and you've got a professional that they've hired and they view you as equals. These people view you as a boss subordinate, top dynamic. They view this kind of relationship as us being below them. And these people will drive you nuts. That you'll go there every time. They're going to tell you, well, you're cutting the grass too short, or you're cutting the grass too tall, or every other thing. They're going to come out, they're going to watch you mow every time and just drive you nuts. And think about that. The thing I always tell my employees is, compare that to any other industry. Can you imagine going into a restaurant and telling the cook, going back in the kitchen and telling the cook how to cook your food, telling a cashier how to ring you up, telling an electrician that you hired at your house how to wire your house or how to do what they do. For some reason, these people think that they can tell us in the lawn care industry that they can just, that they just basically hired an employee, they can tell us how to do everything. You wouldn't see that in almost any other situation besides what we're in. And like I said, these people, it's probably less than 1% of the population, but we seem to run across them a lot in our industry. Because, most of us, we would never do that. Like, it would never cross my mind to tell a professional that I hired how to do their job. Now, I'm not saying that, you get some people that give you special instructions. They're like showing you around and it's a one-time thing, and that's perfectly fine. This type of individual is going to be there every time you show up. You're going to dread going to that house because every time you pull up, they're going to come outside. They're going to tell you to do this. They're going to ask you to do the extra work. They're going to basically, like I said, look over your shoulder the whole time you're there. And it's very uncomfortable because it's just not proper. It's not it's not respectful of you as being a professional. So these are two types. These two types are my biggest pet peeve, especially the micromanager. And these are usually the same type. These are usually the same person. Like the same person that has these personality traits usually has both. How do you handle these people? Because the problem is, if you don't address this, these people will push you around and they will try to get more and more out of you every time that you come. And the thing is, you will never make these people happy. No matter how much you're doing, no matter how much you're following their instructions, they will always have more complaints and they will always expect more. It's just that type of person. They're probably miserable. Their family's probably miserable. Everybody they work with is probably miserable. And it's just that type of person. How do you handle them? The first thing is you need to clearly state your policies with this customer. You need to be very clear. If they're asking you to change your mowing height, you need to be very clear about your policies. This is a common one we get right now. You had a couple customers that complained about the mowing height. And we tell them our policy is that, throughout the season, we raise the mowing height and we mow all the properties at the same height that's ideal for their grass type. And we leave it at that. We tell them that we do not offer the option to be able to customize the height for their yard. One of the reasons we don't do that is for your business is because it's just one more thing that you can potentially mess up. Let's just say you go to one house and the customer likes their lawn really short and you mow their grass short, and you go to the next house and this customer likes their house very tall, their grass very tall, and you accidentally forget to change the settings, and now you've ticked off that other customer. It's just much better to have it standard across the board with little room for error and cut it the height that's appropriate for the grass. Because like we said, these people are hiring professionals that are in this industry. We know the appropriate height to cut their grass, and this is what we do for a living. They're hiring us to take that over, not to tell us, how we need to do that. So you need to very clearly state your policies and why. If they continue and they still have an issue with it, what we usually do is we will give them in a nicest and most professional way possible. We will tell those people, look, it sounds like you need somebody that can cater to your very specific needs, and we're not that kind of company. If you need to find another provider that can better cater to those needs, let us know how you want to proceed, how you want to move forward. And we basically just lay it out like that, and the customers, they're either going to accept, hey, this is what they do, this is their policies, and leave us alone about it, or they're going to go find somebody else that they can bug to death and micromanage until they stop showing up, or they fire them. But if the customer doesn't get it, fire them. Get rid of them. I hate to say that. We love our customers. 99% of them are awesome, but it's those 1% that have this type of personality that will make a job miserable. They can enjoy the interactions with 99% of the customers, but they will dread showing up to this house when they see it on their route, and that's not what we want. The work that we do is hard enough and physical enough without having this added stress of dealing with this type of individual with these type of personality flaws. But that's how we handle it. So in these customer situations, like I mentioned, we will state the policy one time. Hey, we do not change the mowing height. This is why. Or, hey, this is why we come on this day. Or whatever it is that they want you to customize for them. And if we have another issue with them, we will send them a very clear, very polite, very professional, hey, it sounds like you need somebody to cater to your very specific needs, and I'm not sure if we're a good fit for that. And then we'll decide from there. If they say they want to stick with you and they understand that, and you move forward and you have another issue with them, just get rid of them. Just say, hey, it looks like maybe we're not a good fit for each other. We appreciate your business, but we think you would be better served finding another provider. But please leave your comments and suggestions below. I know this can be very frustrating. It's an exciting time of the year. We're adding lots of new customers to our business. Most of them are winners, but not all of them. So, like I said, please leave any comments or questions below. And I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.